We continue learning about this midah of Zerizos, and today, as we conclude another incredible week of Achseik Musar Yomi, we're going to be concluding the 7th chapter of Mesilas Yesharim, which effectively concludes the Chalokim, part 2 of Zerizos. And we're holding in the middle of page 135. We stopped a few lines early yesterday. V'tira, and you should see. A person who's tilahit, to light on fire his soul with the service of Hashem. If you're on fire, you're not going to be lazy. His movements, you're like a fire. You're quickly running to do something. He doesn't rest. He's not chilling on the couch when it's time to do a mitzvah. And number 2, until he completes the mitzvah. However, let's think further. Just as Zrizos is the product of this tilahit, this fire inside of us, now he tells us something incredible, says Mesilas Yesharim. And for all those who found it very difficult, number 2 is, the fire in you allows you to be azaris, to run into the mitzvah. And when you run into the mitzvah, you know what happens? Boom! It ignites that fire inside of you. When someone feels himself doing the mitzvah, he gets up. We've been learning together, and every day we've been trying to grab a mitzvah, complete a mitzvah. And if you've been doing that, just like your outward, your physical actions, you don't really feel that zeal. You didn't feel the fire. You had a mitzvah and you didn't want to do it. But you just learned with us, so boom, you went and you did it. So just like your outward actions were to do that mitzvah with zeal and with alacrity and with zrizos, you know what that causes? It lights up that fire inside you. And what happens? It makes you want to do more. It makes it go greater inside of you to do more and more. So it's this beautiful galgal achezer. It's this beautiful circle that the more that we push ourselves to do it, the more that it ignites the fire that we want to continue doing it. But it's the opposite. If someone doesn't push himself, if someone doesn't dive into that mitzvah, and the opposite, the kvedos, his natural laziness does what? Pulls him back to that couch. That's also a circle. And then that causes him to be more lethargic. It slowly extinguishes that flame. It slowly makes him more lazy, more lack of desire, less of an ability to get off that couch. This is something that experience can attest to, and I think we all know this about ourselves. When we get up and we do it, all of a sudden we're ready to do more. But when we sit back and we take the ma'at sheina, the little sleep, the little relax, the little this, slowly we find ourselves very, very tired. Continues the Ramchal. You already know. What is the most ratzui? What is the most favorable in the service of Hashem? What is so important is not our outward actions. It's not robotic movements to do something, but rather the chayfetz, the desire of the leiv, the heart, shukas neshama, and for your soul to be close to Hashem. David HaMelech says, the deer calls out on the water, so too does my neshama call out to you, Elikim. Someone nafshi le'Elikim. My nefesh thirsts, desires more and more for Hashem. Nichsavan, another pasuk, V'gam kol nafshi l'chatzos Hashem. David HaMelech says, my soul yearns, it pines, it's yelling, it's screaming, it wants more and more to be in the chatziris, the courtyards of Hashem. And furthermore, tzam nafshi, kam l'cha basari, the more my soul thirsts for you, the more my flesh longs for you. But now we go to the flip side again. The person who doesn't have this fire, who doesn't get off the couch, who doesn't want to do all this, Eitza Toive, he lies. So what's the Eitza? What can he do? He's lying on that couch. He can't get off. You know what the Eitza is? Consciously, he should get up and do it anyways. You're not feeling like David HaMelech. Someone naturally like him. Your nefesh is not crying out for Hashem. You don't feel like you want to daven or learn or do any of this. You know what you should do? Choose and try to do it with Jesus. Kidei, as we just learned. Because what's going to happen is, the more you push yourself to do it, the more it ignites that inner fire. The outward actions. Such an important rule. Mishaburi already even quotes it, quoting from the guy in here. The Mesilas Yesharim is quoting the saying that the outward actions change your inners as well. And we conclude, certainly you have more control over outward action than we do over our inner feelings. Inner feelings are hard to control. But your outward actions, you might not feel like it, but try to do it anyways. But if you do what's proper, and you grab hold of what you could do, slowly your inner desire will be drawn as well. Because slowly, the more you try to act with Jesus, the more you try to run to do the mitzvah, run to daven, come early, try to push yourself, you're going to get that inner simcha, the inner desire and joy and fervor for the mitzvahs. The more that you do it externally, the more it's going to light it up internally. This is what Isaiah has taught us. You should know, run to Hashem, because then go after Hashem. He's going to roar like a lion. So whether we feel it internally or not, whether we want to be lazy or not, the more that we grab hold, the more that we dive into the mitzvah, try to finish it, even though it's difficult. You want to run out after davening, but you say to yourself, no, I'm going to be mashlim, I'm going to get the tefillah in its entirety, and I'm going to stay for Aleinu. And you might not feel it inside, but slowly it's going to light that inner fire and passion. And Amir Tashem will pick up next week, beginning the 8th Perek of Mesilas.